Hi, I'm Teresa Hansen. I'm Vice President of Global Content for Clarion Energy. I'm here at DISTRIBUTECH 2020 in San Antonio, and I'm speaking today with Suzanne Russo, who is the CEO of Pecan Street. She was also a luminary speaker in our e-mobility and smart cities hub today. Suzanne, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Teresa. So happy to be here.
Thanks. So let's start out with you just telling our viewers a little bit about Pecan Street. Some of them may not be familiar with it, so you want to start with just kind of the history?
Great, yes. Pecan Street is a really interesting organization. We were founded about 10 years ago by a stakeholder committee that was formed by the City of Austin. It was a combination of public and private entities that sought to understand how do we bring about the smart grid of the future. With the rise in consumer technology, Internet of Things, the decline in cost of clean energy and distributed energy resources, and Austin has a municipal utility, the city really wanted to take the lead in carrying out research and product development and product testing that would help utilities around the world really understand how do we accelerate the transition to clean energy resources. And so Pecan Street was born out of that process as an independent research and development 501c3 organization. So for the past 10 years, we've been collecting data and analyzing that data with a variety of partners, academic partners, and private sector companies to understand how do people really use energy and water in their homes, what are opportunities to better manage those resources, and what kind of solutions do customers actually want to have.
Okay, so you spoke earlier today in our hub, our e-mobility and smart cities hub, and I know you talked about some of the roadblocks as far as kind of where we are now and what are the roadblocks to getting where we need to be in the future. Do you want to discuss that a little bit?
Yeah, so through the course of our research over the past 10 years, we've identified a handful of technology roadblocks that are preventing us from taking what we think is the future electricity system, a cleaner, more affordable, more resilient electricity system, and making that our present. And these technology roadblocks are all solvable. There are technology and policy solutions to overcome them in the short term, but we need utility and regulatory leadership to do that. And they really center around data, creating more high fidelity data from more places and getting that data into the hands of innovators and policymakers, interoperability of these new distributed energy resources, and then autonomous intelligence, using that data to create AI applications that actually let distributed energy resources respond in real time to grid conditions and grid needs to increase the value of those resources to our overall grid system, and also to create more affordable and more resilient power systems.
Okay. Well, I know you talked about data, obviously collecting a lot of data. And I've heard that you've talked about kind of the need for a data utility. Do you want to talk a little bit about what that is?
Yeah, that's been a fun topic to discuss at this conference. So when we were looking at this need across a variety of our academic and corporate partners, we identified a major roadblock at the intersection of device data, smart inverter data, and grid system data. So there's not a platform where all of those systems can exchange information, respond in real time, and talk to each other, and share information about what we're seeing and what we're doing. Okay. And what we realized is there needs to be that open platform that provides overall system benefits, that's cyber secure, that's controlled by a central entity, that's probably not a single private company because that's a position of risk for our communities. And when we looked around for models, we realized electric utilities are actually the model for that kind of solution. A regulated utility that lets private companies benefit from a public good, which is all of the data that we as individuals and households create, but profit from that resource within a limited set of bounds that ensures there's access and affordability and transparency within that system. So data utilities seem to be a great natural solution. And actually last month, the world's first data utility was established in the city of Dortmund, Germany. The city, along with its municipal utility, joined forces to create a new company that is a data utility that's bringing together all the data from the city's smart investments, smart infrastructure investments, and combining it in one place to guarantee transparency, to guarantee public benefit, but also to figure out what can we do when we combine those different data sources, what new insights can we create, what new technologies do we realize we need to have to further overall progress towards smart futures. And Also, just to maintain control of that data from a privacy and security perspective. So it's already happening. It seems to be a really logical transition that's taking place. But we love to have more conversations about that here in the United States with our regulators and electric utilities taking the lead on figuring out how do we solve these problems around energy data.
Okay, well, it sounds like you guys are doing some really exciting things. So
Thanks.
I'll be anxious to see how, keep track of it and see how things go.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Teresa.
thank you
It's
for
been a
being with
pleasure.
us.
I appreciate it.